Welcome to medieval towns. They began to take shape around the 11th century, when settlements were built for defense and to control key trade routes. Because of that, these towns were often located in strategic positions such as hilltops, cliffs, or along rivers, with enclosed layouts and limited entry points. Over the centuries, this way of organizing space has remained almost unchanged, creating a distinctive architectural form that can be recognized at first glance, no matter which country you are in. And the journey begins at a unique place, where there is only one single path leading in. Mont Saint-Michel, France. In northwestern France, Mont Saint-Michel is a granite island of about 7 hectares, located in the bay of the same name and recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1979. The site dates back to the 8th century, associated with the legend of Archangel Michael, and gradually developed into a fortified religious complex, while also serving defensive purposes thanks to its isolated position. The most striking feature is the abbey rising about 92 meters above sea level, crowned by a spire and a golden statue of Archangel Michael. Below, stone-paved paths wind through rows of houses from the 15th and 16th centuries, forming a layered layout. Inside, the space follows Gothic architecture, highlighted by stone corridors, a cloister courtyard, and prayer halls filled with natural light. From the mainland, visitors cross a bridge about 760 meters long to reach the island. This is also the best viewpoint to see the entire complex rising straight out of the water. The landscape here changes dramatically with the tides, which can vary up to 14 meters. At high tide, the island appears almost completely cut off. At low tide, vast sandbanks emerge around its base. Leaving behind the fortress shaped by shifting tides, the journey moves toward a calm lakeside where wooden houses rest quietly beneath towering cliffs. Hallstatt, Austria. Nestled along Lake Hallstatter Sea, Hallstatt is one of the oldest villages in Europe, with a salt mining history spanning over 7,000 years. This resource not only brought early prosperity, but also sustained the community despite the limited terrain. The most recognizable feature is the cluster of lakeside houses and the pointed tower of the Hallstatt Parish Church, built in the 15th century. Standing on elevated ground, it serves as a central landmark and a defining visual element when viewed from afar. Confined between the lake and the Alps, the village had to develop vertically. Multi-story wooden houses are packed closely together, stretching along the water's edge and leaning against the mountain. From across the lake, the entire town appears as a layered composition, clearly reflected on the still water, a view often seen in travel imagery. At around 350 meters above ground, the Hallstatt skywalk offers a panoramic view, revealing the connection between lake, mountains, and settlement. From this vantage point, the town's unique spatial structure becomes even clearer. Visitors often choose to explore the town by boat, especially in the early morning when mist drifts lightly across the lake. Another option is the cable car to the Salzburg salt mine, providing access to historic mining systems along with sweeping views of the entire area. From the mirror-like surface of the lake, the journey continues into a deep gorge where massive stone bridges connect towering cliff faces. Ronda, Spain. Located on the Andalusian plateau, Ronda is built across two limestone cliffs divided by El Tajo Gorge, which is about 120 meters deep. This terrain creates a rare urban layout where the city is split by a dramatic vertical drop, offering striking views of depth and elevation. At the center stands Puente Nuevo, nearly 100 meters high, connecting the two sides of the city. From viewpoints along the cliffs, especially around the Mirador, the bridge appears clearly spanning the deep gorge. Many visitors also hike down to the base of the gorge to see the bridge from below, a completely different perspective compared to the view from above. On the other side lies La Ciudad, the old town that preserves its medieval structure with narrow stone streets, whitewashed walls, and landmarks such as Mondragon Palace and the Arab Baths. The enclosed layout, layered spaces, and ancient water systems clearly reflect the Islamic period. Ronda is also closely tied to Spanish bullfighting culture, with the Plaza de Toros built in 1785. It is one of the oldest arenas, now open to visitors, offering insight into its history and structure. After the overwhelming depth of the gorge, the journey leads to a hilltop town, standing alone above a valley shaped by time. Civita di Bagnoregio, Italy. In the Lazio region, about 120 kilometers from Rome, Civita di Bagnoregio was built on volcanic rock that has been continuously eroded over centuries. This geological change has gradually separated the town from the surrounding land, creating an isolated position in the middle of a valley. From a distance, Civita appears like a compact architectural mass sitting on top of a rock, surrounded by steep cliffs. This is the most iconic viewpoint, often seen from across the valley, to fully capture the terrain and the town's isolation. The only access is a pedestrian bridge about 300 meters long, leading directly to the ancient stone gate. As you cross the slope, the space gradually shifts from the open valley to a compact settlement on the rock's summit. Inside, narrow stone-paved streets and closely built tufa houses lead toward Piazza San Donato, the main square at the center of Civita. The best time to visit is early morning or late afternoon, when the light highlights the texture of the stone and the terrain. Local dining is found in small restaurants serving fresh pasta and Lazio wines, often set inside cave-like spaces or enclosed courtyards. Would you choose to admire Civita from afar or cross the bridge to explore it from within? Following the fading traces of the past, the road leads into a narrow bay, where curved city walls embrace the deep blue water. Kotor, Montenegro. Nestled along the Adriatic coast, Kotor sits within a narrow bay surrounded by steep limestone mountains, creating a rare enclosed landscape in Europe. This terrain shaped the area into a fortified medieval town, with development closely tied to both the mountains and the sea. The most prominent feature is the city wall system stretching over 4 kilometers, not only enclosing the town but also climbing up the mountainside behind it. The walls follow the natural terrain, forming a distinctive visual and reflecting the city's defensive role in the past. Inside lies the old town, Stari Grad, where cobblestone alleys weave like a maze, connecting small squares and Venetian-influenced buildings. This area was once a key trading center and still preserves its original layout, clearly reflecting medieval coastal urban culture. From the old town, a path of over 1,000 stone steps leads to the San Giovanni fortress at about 260 meters above sea level. Along the way, the Church of Our Lady of Remedy serves as a common stop, offering a mid-level panoramic view. At the top, the entire bay opens up, with waterways winding between mountains, creating a deep and layered perspective. Crossing the dramatic limestone mountains, the journey continues into a maze of ancient caves where human life has been carved into the earth for thousands of years. Matera, Italy. In southern Italy, in the Basilicata region. Matera is formed on soft limestone and has been continuously inhabited for over 9,000 years. Instead of building upward, people carved into the mountainside, creating a rare, inverted urban form where living spaces exist within the rock. The heart of Matera is the Sassi district, including Sasso Caveoso and Sasso Barisano, where thousands of cave dwellings are connected into homes, churches, and complete living systems. Roofs of lower structures often serve as pathways or terraces for those above, forming a layered layout that reflects adaptation to the dry terrain. Rock churches, chiese rupestri, are a key cultural feature, carved directly into the cliffs and decorated with Byzantine frescoes. These spaces served not only religious purposes, but also reflected centuries of spiritual life. With an appearance that is barely changed over time, Matera has become a filming location for major productions like The Passion of the Christ and No Time to Die. Its stone slopes, cliffs, and ancient structures create the feeling of a city from another era still existing today. The Festa della Bruna, held annually on July 2nd, is the most vibrant time, featuring processions and symbolic rituals taking place within the historic setting of the city. As the quiet caves fade behind, the journey leads to towering cliffs, where monasteries and churches seem to grow directly from the gray stone. Rocamadour, France. Clinging to a cliff over 150 meters high in the Occitanie region, Rocamadour does not spread horizontally, but instead rises vertically, forming a rare structure among medieval towns. At its center is the sanctuary of Rocamadour, built halfway up the cliff. Inside, the statue of the Black Madonna is considered the most sacred element, attracting pilgrims since the 12th century. The space is compact but concentrated, with chapels placed closely together, creating a sense of enclosure and separation from the world below. To reach it, visitors must climb the grand staircase of over 200 steps. This is not just a path, but part of a pilgrimage ritual, as many once climbed it on their knees. This vertical movement creates a distinctly different experience compared to typical towns. The most iconic view is not from within, but from across the Alzou Valley. From there, Rocamadour appears as a vertical strip of architecture clinging to the cliff, with layers of buildings stacked upward, almost merging with the rock itself. Descending from these sacred cliffs, the journey turns toward the sea, leading to a small peninsula with vibrant pastel-colored houses. Rovinj, Croatia. Extending into the Adriatic Sea on the Istrian Peninsula, Rovinj was once an independent island before being connected to the mainland in 1763. The old town sits entirely on a small peninsula, forming a compact layout surrounded by water on three sides. The space here follows the sloping terrain, with stone-paved alleys that curve and gradually narrow as they rise. On both sides are pastel-colored houses built close together, with wooden doors and small balconies, clearly reflecting Venetian architectural influence. At the highest point stands St. Euphemia's Church, with a bell tower about 60 meters tall. This structure serves as a visual landmark from afar and preserves relics tied to local religious legends. Visitors often walk through steep alleys to reach the waterfront, or take boats out to sea to view the entire peninsula with the bell tower rising at its center. Meanwhile, seaside restaurants serve seafood, olive oil, and Istrian wine, reflecting Mediterranean culinary traditions. Between the old streets and the sea horizon, which view would you choose for Rovinj? Leaving behind the gentle sea breeze, the journey moves into a land of cultural crossroads, where a symbolic stone bridge connects two sides of a turquoise river. Mostar, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Located in southern Bosnia and Herzegovina, Mostar developed along the Neretva River, whose emerald water flows through the center. Since the 15th century, it has served as a key connection between the Balkans and the Ottoman world. The most iconic feature is Stari Most, a stone arch bridge built in 1566, rising about 24 meters above the water. The bridge not only connects the two sides, but also acts as the heart of the city. One of the most distinctive activities here is bridge diving, where local young men jump into the Neretva from great heights, both a performance and a long-standing tradition that attracts many spectators. Surrounding the bridge is the Old Town, with stone-paved streets leading directly to the riverbanks. The area is filled with artisan shops, from woven carpets to handcrafted metalwork, clearly reflecting Ottoman influence in both daily life and architecture. Trade and daily activities continue along both sides of the bridge, forming a continuous link between the two parts of the city. Moving away from ancient bridges, the journey enters a fairy tale-like setting, where calm canals flow past colorful timber-framed houses. Colmar, France. In the Alsace region near the German border, Colmar developed during the Middle Ages as an important trading point along the Lech River. The city has preserved its historical structure, reflecting a blend of French and German influences in both architecture and lifestyle. The most notable area is La Petite Venise, where canals run through a district once used for transporting goods. Along both sides are 16th to 17th century timber-framed houses with colorful facades, overhanging upper floors, and flower-covered balconies, creating Colmar's signature image. The entire area is organized around the canals, with small bridges connecting both sides and narrow walkways along the water. Visitors often choose boat rides to observe the architecture from the water, or walk across bridges to explore different perspectives within the compact space. In winter, the Colmar Christmas market takes place from late November to December, with hundreds of wooden stalls, festive lights, and mulled wine, becoming a major attraction and showcasing the region's holiday traditions. Leaving behind the vibrant colors of flowers, the journey shifts toward the Venice of the Alps, where clear water flows from snow-covered peaks. Annecy, France. Nestled at the foot of the Alps, Annecy developed around its namesake lake, one of the clearest in Europe. The city connects its old town, canals, and lake directly, creating a noticeable spatial transition within a compact area. The most recognizable landmark is Palais de Lisse, a building located in the middle of a canal branch, shaped like the bow of a ship. Built in the 12th century, it once served as a prison and courthouse, and is now a symbol of the city due to its unique position. The Vieille Ville surrounds this area, with narrow canals weaving through closely built houses. Visitors often walk along waterfront paths, crossing low bridges to explore different viewpoints within a constantly shifting space. From the old town, it takes only a few minutes to reach Lake Annecy, where the space opens up completely. Here, activities like lakeside walks, cycling, or boating allow visitors to see the city from the outside, with the Alps clearly visible in the background. The Fête du Lac in summer is the city's biggest event, featuring fireworks over the lake and attracting tens of thousands of visitors. It also highlights the strong connection between the city, the water, and the surrounding natural landscape. As fresh water fades into the scent of the sea, the journey leads to a peninsula crowned by a bell tower, set within a distinctly Mediterranean atmosphere. Piran, Slovenia. extending into the Adriatic Sea on a narrow peninsula. Piran does not expand outward, but instead centers entirely around Tartini Square, the single core of the town. This space was once a harbor, filled in during the 19th century, creating a rare layout where the square sits almost directly beside the water. The square is named after Giuseppe Tartini, a composer born in Piran. This legacy is not just historical, but still present today, as performances and the Tartini Festival take place right in the square, turning it into a living cultural space. From here, narrow streets gradually lead uphill toward St. George's Church. The Venetian-style bell tower serves as a landmark and opens up panoramic views over the entire peninsula and coastline. Unlike many coastal towns, Piran has no sandy beaches and instead meets the sea through stone steps along the edge. Daily life unfolds right beside the water, where the boundary between town and sea almost disappears. Between music and the sea, what would stay with you most about Piran? Leaving behind the rhythm of the waves, the journey leads to a powerful fortress on a hilltop, where stone alleys preserve the spirit of ancient empires. Toledo, Spain. Set on a hill almost entirely surrounded by the Tagus River, Toledo developed as a compact city where natural terrain played a defensive role. Because of this, its structure has remained nearly intact since the Middle Ages. Toledo is defined by the coexistence of three cultures: Christian, Muslim, and Jewish. This is clearly seen in landmarks located within the same space, such as Toledo Cathedral, the Synagogue of Santa Maria la Blanca, and the Mosque of Cristo de la Luz, each reflecting a different historical period. The most prominent center is Toledo Cathedral, a vast Gothic structure built in the 13th century, known for its scale and intricate interior. The surrounding area forms the main axis of religious life, especially during the Corpus Christi festival, when streets are decorated with fabrics, flowers, and canopies, creating a ceremonial path throughout the city. Beyond architecture, Toledo is also known for sword making and Toledo steel craftsmanship, a tradition dating back to the Middle Ages. Workshops still operate within the old town, where visitors can watch the process and learn about this heritage. Crossing sunlit plateaus, the view opens to monumental stone aqueducts and a castle shaped like a ship cutting through the air. Segovia, Spain. Northwest of Madrid, Segovia sits on a rocky plateau where the Erasmus and Clamoras rivers carve deep into the land, creating a naturally defensive position. This terrain has allowed the city to maintain a stable structure from Roman times to the present. Its most recognizable landmark is the Roman aqueduct, built in the 1st century, with 167 stone arches stacked without mortar. The central section rises nearly 30 meters high, offering a clear view of both the structure and its integration into the city. From the aqueduct, the main road leads into the old town and extends to the Alcazar of Segovia, a fortress perched on a rocky ridge. As you move along this axis, the terrain opens into valleys on both sides, and from outside viewpoints, the Alcazar appears clearly with its distinctive shape. Nearby stands Segovia Cathedral in the central square, where daily life and events take place. This area often serves as a stopping point before exploring the smaller streets of the old town. Local cuisine is known for cochinillo asado, typically served in traditional restaurants near the center. Leaving behind symbols of power, the journey moves into green valleys where stone towers rise to form a unique skyline. San Gimignano, Italy. Unlike many medieval towns that spread across flat land, San Gimignano is defined by its dense skyline of stone towers, built during the 13th and 14th centuries. These towers once belonged to powerful families, constructed as symbols of status. Today, 14 remain, forming a distinctive image rarely seen in Tuscany. Life centers around Piazza della Cisterna, a triangular square with a well at its center where several streets meet. From here, movement continues toward Piazza del Duomo, home to the main church with religious frescoes covering its interior walls. To fully understand the town's structure, Montestifoli Fortress offers an important viewpoint. From here, the towers rise above low rooftops, while the rolling hills of Tuscany stretch into the distance. San Gimignano is also known for Vernaccia di San Gimignano, one of Italy's oldest white wines dating back to the Middle Ages. Visitors often enjoy it in small wine bars within the old town, experiencing both the local tradition and daily life of Tuscany. From cold stone towers, we step into a preserved maze of red-tiled roofs and lively squares. Rothenburg an der Tauber, Germany. Passing through the town gate, Rothenburg ob der Tauber appears almost unchanged from the Middle Ages, with cobblestone streets, timber-framed houses, and red-tiled roofs enclosed within its defensive walls. This enclosed space creates a clear sense of separation from the surrounding modern cities. The most defining feature is the system of walls and watchtowers surrounding the entire town. Stretching about 2.5 kilometers, the wall allows visitors to walk along its length, offering a clear view of the town's layout, with tightly packed houses and narrow streets below. At the center, Plonline is the most recognizable spot, where two roads split between timber-framed houses and historic towers. This corner is often chosen as a stop for viewing and photography thanks to its distinctive composition. The medieval atmosphere in Rothenburg is preserved through traditional activities, most notably the Reiterlesmarkt Christmas market held in December, when the entire town transforms into a festive space filled with wooden stalls and handcrafted goods. As the timber-framed houses fade behind, the journey rises toward a cliffside above the sea, where an ancient village sits like a nest against the open sky. Dinan, France. In the Brittany region, Dinan stands out with a nearly intact medieval defensive system. The old town is enclosed by walls stretching nearly 3 kilometers, forming a clearly defined structure shaped by the terrain. At the center, the clock tower, Tour de l'Horloge, about 45 meters high, is the most recognizable landmark. Once used for observation and control, it now offers panoramic views of timber-framed rooftops, the city walls, and the Rance River in the distance. The fortifications are built from thick granite, with multiple watchtowers placed along the walls. Some sections are still walkable, allowing visitors to clearly observe the contrast between the enclosed town and the open landscape outside. Inside the walls are narrow streets lined with timber-framed houses, while steep roads lead down toward the riverside, creating a noticeable change in elevation. This structure forms two distinct yet closely connected layers of space within Dinan. Cultural life in Dinan and the Brittany region is closely tied to Celtic traditions, where music, traditional costumes, and community activities are actively preserved, helping maintain the historical spirit of the area. Leaving behind the gentle rivers, the path leads toward the misty Alps, where an ancient castle rests within a valley of green meadows. Gruyère's Switzerland. From the mountains of the Fribourg region, Gruyères rises on a low hill, slightly separated from the surrounding landscape. This position shapes the entire town along a single axis leading up to the castle, rather than spreading in multiple directions like other medieval towns. The main axis is a cobblestone street running through the village, lined with low houses featuring simple facades and flower-covered balconies. The entire space gradually leads up to Gruyères Castle at the highest point, defining the visual structure of the town. Unlike many medieval towns, Gruyères is not defined by complex architecture, but by the combination of space and cuisine. At the foot of the hill, La Maison du Gruyère allows visitors to observe the traditional cheese-making process, from heating milk to aging in cellars. The experience here often includes tasting local cheese dishes, especially fondue, in restaurants along the main street. Experiencing both the historic setting and local cuisine creates a distinct identity for Gruyère. Leaving behind the grandeur of the mountains, the final stop brings us to the legendary Rhine River, where vineyards cover the hills surrounding ancient watchtowers. Bacharach, Germany. Along the Rhine River, Bacharach is part of the Rhine Gorge, a UNESCO World Heritage Site where towns, castles, and vineyards form a continuous landscape. Its value lies not in a single landmark, but in how it blends into this larger setting. The town develops along the river's edge, with timber-framed houses positioned between the transport route and vineyard-covered hills behind. This layout creates a clear spatial layer where residential areas, the river, and agricultural land are closely connected. On the hillside stands Werner Kapelle, the ruins of a Gothic chapel with an open structure, serving as a visual landmark when viewed from afar. Higher up is Stallig Castle, offering a panoramic view of the town, the Rhine, and the surrounding vineyards. Local culture is closely tied to Riesling wine, served in traditional wine stube throughout the town. These spaces combine wine tasting with scenic views, reflecting the characteristic lifestyle of the Rhine region. We've just traveled through medieval towns where time seems to slow down. Cobblestone streets, old walls, and silent towers all come together to create a space where every step carries traces of the past. From towns perched on cliffs to those opening directly beside the sea, each destination carries its own unique beauty. But what stays with you may not be the scenery. It's the feeling of truly being there. If you had to choose one place, where would you go first? If you enjoy journeys like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next destinations. See you in the next video, where the journey continues.